Honorable Francis Kuria, so now you look at some of the proposals in the guidelines, or rather the regulations as presented by the National Treasury. What is that then that you think has to be done to secure the existence of the fund, not just for this year, not just for this term, but in the long run, so that you keep making that intervention to improve people's lives?
Thank you very much for your question. And I think the irony in the statement by my honorable colleague, especially remembering that they told us we are losing 2 billion shillings every day, is when they hear that we are just allocating 50 billion, just for access of credit to our hustlers, and all the 2 billion shillings that they used to steal every day. I think the essence here, Sam, is, first of all, the imagination that we need infrastructure in terms of, I think when people think about the Hustlers Fund, they're thinking we need to have banking halls, we need to have branches, we need to have, vehicles that, and all that. But there's a lot of improvement in technology. And what we're saying is that this is going to be available as a digital fund. Like, you just get on your phone, you use, if you don't have a smartphone, you use what's called USSD, star something hash, and then you access the fund. If you have a smartphone, probably you go through an application and you access it. So in terms of building the infrastructure, there is existing technology, and this existing technology has been proved effective in use of other platforms, whether it is, for example, M-Shwari, whether it is Fuliza, and whether it is all these other, applications that people use to access credit. So in terms of infrastructure, there is existing infrastructure, and technology has actually shown us that through use of, for example, blockchain technology, that the costs, the cost, the safety, the security of the fund then is actually assured. The only thing that we need to do is educate the users of this fund about that first of all, it's not a grant, it's a loan that they have to repay. And two, really teaching them the culture of honoring your debt obligations. And I think we as a country need to start having that conversation and telling people it is prudent to honor your debt obligations.
So I get you, USSD or smartphone, whichever technology, but with these other existing loans, there's someone at the other end who is serving you. So in this case, who will be serving you? Is it the board? Is it the fund's own technology? Or are you going to recruit some banks or some mobile phone service providers?
There is no... part of the 8% interest rate, a part of this money is for the infrastructure and for the few technical staff, for example, that will work on maintaining the system. There's going to also to be a collaboration with the existing telecom providers in terms of making use of their call centers. So, for example, if for example, for some reason, maybe you're not able to access the fund or you have a question, then you're able to call. So there's that ongoing conversation. Again, remember, Sam, all this thing we're saying is that we haven't rolled out the fund yet. So these are all ongoing conversation discussions. For example, on call centers, if for example, for some reason I'm not able to, there's a problem with my phone, whatever it is, then where do I seek help from? That's why now there's a conversation about partnership with telecommunication companies that will give us like call center services, so that you're able to call whether it is like 100, like they use, I think 100 or 200 for Safaricom, then you're able to just place a call and get your queries to be answered. And so the use, again, I want to emphasize this, that this fund will solely or will highly rely on use of technology. So that, I remember the president was telling us how, like as members of parliament are frustrated about the use of the fund, because people are expecting you to create committees at the constituency level, at the ward level, at the county level. So it has really removed a lot of human touch on the fund. So you don't have to take it to the chief or to anybody for approval. That is just an interaction between yourself and the system. And the 8% that you pay is being used now to maintain the system and to maintain the few technical staff that will